Hi, YouTubers and wet shavers everywhere. It's SparkWithGeorgeTune.com. I'm back with another Monday Morning Mailbag. Get yourself a cup of coffee, kick back, relax. Let's talk a little wet shaving and a few other things. What do you got this morning? Jason, Allison, and the boys came through. We've got Black Rifle Coffee Company, Coffee of the Month Club. Hang on 1 minute. Let me get a sip. That's great. That is wonderful, 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 wonderful. Yeah, we have got the Black Rifle Coffee Company Just Black. Boy, is this a good one. This is really, really good. And it's a medium roast, and it's very flavorful. And again, it came just the other day, and all set for the Monday Morning Mailbag. So a big thank you to Jason, Allison, and the boys. Looks like the Coffee of the Month Club Christmas gift came through again. Really looking forward to another year of Black Rifle Coffee, Coffee of the Month Club. So again, a big, big thank you to Jason, Allison, and the boys. Thank you very, very much for that. Hang on 1 minute. Let me get another sip. As we like to say on the show, a good hot coffee, a trusty mug. Let the caffeine go to work, gentlemen. Absolutely. Okay, now let me get another sip. That is marvelous. And hey, if you're taking me along on your morning commute, thanks very much for the lift. I really do appreciate that. However, many of you have the day off today because in the United States, it's Martin Luther King Jr. Day, a federal holiday. So if you have the day off, thanks very much for tuning in. If you're tuning in to the audio podcast this morning, thanks very much for listening in via all those great streaming platforms like Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Amazon Music, that sort of thing. Thank you very, very much. I'm tuning the lights a little bit this morning here so that it's throwing a little more light. And I think the picture will be a little bit better this morning. I'm still going to get that fluctuation holding something up in front of the camera. The camera will focus on that item, and then it will kind of keep the background a little darker. That's that's what I wanted to say. But again, we'll work through it, and thanks very much for your patience. Boy, oh boy, great to be with you this morning. Hey, I hope you're enjoying a cup of coffee with me this morning. By the way, we're using the 30 degrees coffee mug. 30 degrees, a light touch. Let the razor do the work, gentlemen. Let the razor do all the work, gentlemen. And there's George right there. Yeah, and we're using this because, boy, we're getting a winter storm, and it's below 30 degrees, and we've already got more than a foot of snow. And my gosh, it was a lake effect snow warning, and sure enough, we got hit with it, no doubt about it. So everyone's got their snow blowers going, and the plows are out plowing, and my gosh, it's making for rather slow travel as well. So if you're being affected by this particular winter storm, I hope you're at home nice and warm, and hopefully maybe by the time this airs, it'll have blown out of your area and things will be warming up a little bit, and the snow will be melting. You never know. Great to be with you this morning. Hang on 1 minute. Let me get one more sip. Yeah, that is really, really wonderful. Absolutely fantastic. Let me get over to my topics here. We got a really, really terrific show for you this morning. We got a viewer shaving tip from viewer Stanley Piaskowski. Stanley, thank you very, very much. Got a shave den visit that's a little different this morning. A little different. Again, stay tuned for that. Kind of a little bit of a twist. Stay tuned for that. I'm really excited about this one. We got some great reminders, usual round of reminders. We have a giveaway update. Yeah, a giveaway update from our friend Abene Samant. We also have some great refill comments. A lot of new wet shaving gear to share with you this morning. Wow, really, really neat stuff to talk about. And we also have some great questions and comments. So great to be with you this morning. I hope you're warmed by the fire, and I hope you're enjoying a cup of coffee with me this morning. Thanks so much for tuning in. I really do appreciate it. Let's get the show kicked off like we do every week with a viewer morning shaving tip. Well, this morning's shaving tip comes from viewer Stanley Piaskowski, and the subject heading reads, Checking in, Shave Tip Den Visit. And Stanley writes, Mark, concerning your new camera lighting, your flesh tones are sure a lot nicer with the lighting you used on this week's January 12th, 2026 3MB. Yeah, thanks very much for that, Stanley. We're still tweaking things, and I turned up the lighting a little bit here to throw a little more light this way, and I sure hope it works. But as I say, it's going to vary as I hold things in front of the camera. You'll see a little bit of fluctuating there, so we'll have to figure that out down the road. But thank you very much for noting that. I really do appreciate it. He continues here, while I'm sending this email, I thought I'd share a shave den photo. The pewter rabbit that I have tucked into the green dump bag is there as a constant reminder of how deep I've already gone down the wet shaving rabbit hole. It's actually a cheese spreader. Well, I can understand that. A lot of us have fallen down that rabbit hole, and it's great to fall down that rabbit hole, to be perfectly honest with you. So thanks for that little reminder. Really do appreciate that, Stanley. Once again, he continues, another thing to additionally note are those red ice cream scoopers from the 3.6 ounce size Häagen-Dazs ice cream cups. They make great shave soap skippers after you've eaten the ice cream, of course. Yeah. Hey, Stanley, thanks very much for saying this one along. Folks, if you love Häagen-Dazs ice cream, especially the 3.6 ounce size that Stanley is noting here, hang on to that little ice cream scoop. It makes a great shave soap scooper. Thanks very much for that shaving tip, Stanley. Really do appreciate that. He wraps up, best wishes to you and yours in this new year, 2026. I look forward to each new 3MB. Thanks for organizing and putting all the great content together for us wet shavers each week. Regards, Stanley Piaskowski. Stanley, thank you very, very much. But again, this show would not be possible if not for all the wonderful contributions from all the wet shavers and viewers out there. Folks, I say it many, many times, and I mean it sincerely. Without you, this microphone would be silent. Really, thank you all very, very much for the many, many contributions that you make to this channel and this show. Thanks very, very much. And Stanley, thanks again for a shave den visit and a shaving tip this morning. Really do appreciate it. Okay, it's time for a shave den visit.
Grab your favorite shave soap, whip it up, rich and creamy, fill your cup, boom, lather.
That's right, we're sending along happy birthday wishes to twin brothers Tom and Ray Trodden. Happy birthday, gentlemen. We received a really, really lovely email from Tom's wife, Sarah, and she wrote the following. Hello, Mark. Happy New Year. My husband, Tom Trodden, and his identical twin brother, Ray Trodden, are huge fans. They have been shaving their heads since high school and discovered your channel a few years ago. They love discussing your segments, watching Monday Morning Mailbag together, and trying out the products you share. They are huge fans of Sterling Soap Company in particular. Tom was featured on a special Shave Den segment where he shared about finding shaving antiques on our summer vacation in North Carolina. He was thrilled to be mentioned. Their birthdays are coming up. Tom on January 19th and Ray on January 20th. Yes, identical twins born just before and just after midnight. Is there any way you can mention them or give them a small birthday shout out on one of your upcoming shows? I know they would be thrilled. They are both amazing police officers, fathers, husbands, sons, and friends. I would love to do this for them. Thank you so much. And Sarah, absolutely. I'm so glad to be able to wish your husband and his brother a very, very happy birthday. And gentlemen, thank you for your service as well. She followed up with this because she sent along pictures. She said, I'm so excited, attaching some photos, including an old school one to show they always cared about hair care. In the flannel shirt photo, Tom is on the left. In the hockey photo, Tom is on the right with the C on his jersey. The childhood photos, I always have to look closely. In that one, Tom is on the right. They were so identical, their mom would mostly put Tom in red and Ray in blue. Have an amazing day. Thank you again for being so responsive, kind, and helpful. This is exciting. Sarah, Sarah, I'm very excited too. I just thought it was just a lovely email. Thank you very, very much. And we just want to wish Tom and Ray both a very, very happy birthday. And gentlemen, to say happy birthday, because we have a lot of gear that has come into the channel for upcoming giveaways. So we're going to kind of hint at some of the giveaways that we're going to be lining up here. We have some items we're going to send you. You'll need to send me your address or addresses. I'm assuming you live in close proximity to one another, so we'll just put everything in one box and you can fight over everything when you receive it. Here from the folks at Yaqi, as you know, they've been sending some shave soaps and splashes that we've been talking about the channel. These are brand new. This one right here is Urban Cocktail right here. We've talked about this one on the Monday Morning Mailbag. Brand new. You can see right here. Never used, not used, unused. And of course the aftershave bottle is still, let me see if I can show that to you, still sealed up. That lighting is a little too much for the white areas of the cap, but it's taped up. And we also have this one for you as well from Yaqi. Bot. Yeah, boy, this is a neat one, huh? Check out that artwork, huh? Yeah, again, brand new, never used, and this is the Master Soap Creations soap base, which is absolutely wonderful. Now, a viewer named Brian Zions Bernstein sent in some gear for giveaways, and in there were some really nice sterling soaps. We have some 1 ounce tins for you. I'm hoping that you haven't tried either of these, so you can fight over Campania right there, or Sterling Spice right there. Okay, so give those a try. Those are the 1 ounce tins that Sterling Soap offers. And we also have some handcrafted shampoo bars that you probably will not make use of, but you can pass them along to whoever you wish to give these to. Rosemary Mint shampoo bars. And again, these items through the generosity and courtesy of Brian Zions Bernstein. Brian, thank you again very, very much. And again, his instructions were, please give this away. So we're kind of hinting at an upcoming giveaway while we're also wishing Ray and Tom a very, very happy birthday. And also, we'll include this as well, a happy birthday sketch, a George happy birthday sketch for each of you right here. Okay, and if you've noticed, Tom, no, this is Ray. This is Tom. Tom, yours is dated the 19th. Ray, yours is dated the 20th. So we'll include these as well. So please email me your snail mail address to mondaymailbag@gmail.com, mondaymailbag@gmail.com, and we will send these to you post haste. So thanks again, Sarah, for a really, really lovely email. And so very, very happy to send out birthday wishes to Tom and Ray Trodden, identical twin brothers and wet shave head shavers, and they're celebrating their birthdays. How about that? Before and after midnight, the 19th and the 20th. Well, gentlemen, again, allow me to toast you and say a very happy birthday. Oh, one more thing, almost forgot. We have some razor blades to send to you. These came out of Mark Bagwell's Shave Den. As you know, Patricia Bagwell sent some items from Mark Bagwell's Shave Den after he passed away. A lot of new unused items, and here's a full sleeve of Derby Premium razor blades and another one, Derby Premium razor blades. So we'll be sending these to you gentlemen as well. Ray, you get one. Tom, you get one. And again, a very, very happy birthday. Well, here's your reminder to check out shavesplash.com. This is a website that was created by viewer Lee Meyer. If you happen to have a shave soap, but you don't have an aftershave splash for it, well, shavesplash.com is a scent matching website. So you'll be able to find a complimentary aftershave scent that will go with that shaving soap. Really, really terrific. And they also have some great articles and features up there. So check it out. We'll have the link below, shavesplash.com, from viewer Lee Meyer. Well, the channel now has auto dub technology courtesy of Google and YouTube. And as the name suggests, it will automatically translate this audio from English into Italian, German, Portuguese, Spanish, or French. Pretty amazing. Simply click on the gear in the lower right of the video screen. A menu will pop up, and there you can select the language that you wish to hear the audio in: Italian, German, Portuguese, Spanish, or French. It translates it from English to any of those languages in real time, on the fly. Pretty amazing. Auto dub. Check it out. Well, here's your weekly reminder that the Monday Morning Mailbag is also available as a podcast. Simply get up to your favorite streaming service and search for Monday Morning Mailbag and more, Monday Morning Mailbag and more, and the Monday Morning Mailbag podcast, as well as our other podcast, Second Cup, will come right up. Both of those podcasts are available on Anchor, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, YouTube, and now iHeartRadio. Well, this morning we have a giveaway update for you, and it comes from viewer Abene Samant. Abby won third prize in the Great Nate giveaway, the Great Nate Shave Bowl giveaway, and his third prize finally arrived up there in Canada. And he writes here, the Great Nate Shave Bowl has arrived. Dear Mark, well, it took almost a month and a half to get here, but it was well worth the wait. The bowl arrived in great condition, and I cannot wait to use it. It's even more beautiful in person than it was on your podcast. Thank you again to Nate and all the other wonderful listeners of the show. Cheers, Abby. Abby, so very, very glad that it arrived in good shape, in good condition. Yeah, it took a little longer, but it got there in one piece, and that's what really counts. That's the important part. And Abby followed up with this. Just a quick follow-up, Mark. Just used the bowl tonight, and it is fantastic. Ridges on the bottom help whip up the cream, and the lip that curves down at the edge prevents soap from overflowing. Very clean. Never had a bowl like this before. A boom lather that is self-contained. Used my Pearl Flexi on 4.5 for all 3 passes with Tabak and a brand new blade, RK Ultraman, another fabulous RK blade. With a name like that, I had to find it on eBay and buy it. Great bowl, perfect BBS shave. Have a great weekend. Abby, hey Abby, thanks very, very much for the update. Really do appreciate that. So again, great to hear that you received it. Thanks very much for sending along the photos. Thanks for making George a part of your shave den. Really do appreciate that. And a big, big thank you to Nate Jackson for sponsoring the Great Nate Shave Bowl giveaway. Nate, thanks again very, very much. And Abby, thanks again for the update. Well, many of you out there know Jerry Pleshy of the Shave Dad Facebook wet shaving group. Right now, Jerry is facing a health challenge, and Frank Missa of Strike Gold Shave and Monica Gillum of Van Ulay got together and set up a couple of fundraisers. First of all, there's a GoFundMe, and we'll link that directly below so you can get up there and donate to help out Jerry directly. There's also a fundraiser for Jerry Shave Dad Shave Soap, Aftershave Splash, and EDP set that you can purchase from Strike Gold Shave. We'll put the product page up, and here's what it reads. The wet shaving community has always taken care of its own, and now it's our turn to stand behind Jerry from Shave Dad. We're proud to announce a special benefit soap, aftershave, and EDP created for one reason only, to help Jerry. The scent. A timeless, nostalgic blend of classic Old Spice and Brut. Bold, clean, and unmistakably traditional. A scent that brings you right back while reminding you what this community is all about. 100% of proceeds go directly to Jerry. Every dollar from this release goes to support Jerry, no exceptions. A special thank you The aftershaves for this project were generously donated by Monica from Van Ulay, allowing 100% of all aftershave sales to go directly to Jerry as well. The aftershave formula, Strike Gold Shave's signature aftershave formula. This is an exclusive release available only at strikegoldshave.com. And again, more ways to help. A GoFundMe will be available for anyone who would like to donate without purchasing. The soap aftershave set in EDP will drop the second week of January. Now, this is already available. I've ordered mine. It's on its way. Jerry has been there for so many of us over the years. Now it's our turn to give back. Thank you to this incredible community for always showing up when it matters most. So there you go. A great fundraiser organized by Frank Missa of Strike Gold Shave and Monica Gillum of Van Ulay to help out Jerry Pleshy. We'll have a link to the product page where you can get all the details. My thanks again to Frank Missa and Monica Gillum for very, very kindly sending along this information. Again, we'll have all the links below where you can help out Jerry. Well, what do you know? Coffee's getting low, that time of the show. Let's go back for a refill. Well, I hope you're enjoying a cup of coffee with me. I hope you went back for a refill. I sure did. Hang on 1 minute. Let me get another sip here. This is a good coffee. This is a good one. Oh boy. That's good and hot too. Too much of a sip. A good hot coffee, a trusty mug. Wow. Watch out for that overly warmth there. That's hot. Wow. Oh, that's good. That is really, really good. Again, a big thank you to my nephew Jason, his wife Allison, and the boys, Black Rifle Coffee Company, Just Black. This is a good one. This is really, really good. Let me get that kind of centered on. There it is. Okay, try to keep the light from reflecting off of it. Yeah, this is terrific. Coffee of the Month Club. I get these Keurig cups every month, 12 of them. I think it's 12, right? 12? Yeah, I think it's, 12 right there. 12 right there, okay? Right there, 12. The new camera, I think the new camera is a little bit backwards from the old camera. I'm trying to figure out which side is which. But a terrific coffee, a medium roast, great flavor, really, really terrific flavor. And nothing better than a good hot cup of coffee, especially during these winter months. I hope you're warmed by the fire. You're enjoying a cup of coffee with me this morning. Thanks very much for tuning in. Hang on one more sip. That'll warm you up. Oh, yeah. Good hot cup of coffee. Good hot cup of coffee. That'll warm you up. Oh, my gosh. Well, we got some great refill comments for you this morning. But before we get to them, hey, if the coffee you're using is a good one and you want to know if it has any health benefits, check out the Black Coffee Life, Mantic 59's website, where he talks about all the health benefits of drinking black coffee. And don't forget the Lockhorn. Someday we'll look back on this and quickly change the subject. A hardcover book, a great collection of Lockhorn's cartoons, and they also have a wonderful calendar, the Lockhorn's 2026 Laugh-A-Day calendar. We're in the new year. A great calendar to start off your day with a wonderful, entertaining, humorous Lockhorn's comic panel. It's a good one. We'll have links to both of those. And again, both of those by my good friends Bunny Host and John Reiner. All right. A little housekeeping done. Hang on, one more sip because I got, yeah, getting a little frog in the throat there. Yeah, wow. Yeah, who knew coffee would be great for getting rid of a frog in the throat? Yeah, a good, one more. Oh, yeah, boy, that's good stuff. Man, love coffee. Okay, let's get to some of these refill comments. Aaron Watson, I believe this is Aaron Watson. It's AS Watson 76. I think that's Aaron Watson. Great show, Mark. I like the new lighting and 1080 HD video. Yeah, me too. And again, I've increased the light a little bit here, so I'm hoping it doesn't fluctuate that much. And you know what? I got to do some other fill lighting and that sort of thing, and we're gonna figure it out. And again, I got to get an email to Jimmy V and ask him for some suggestions on some portable lighting in case I decide that I want to move to another area of the house and that sort of thing. I like where I am right now, but maybe get to another room and maybe it'll be a little bit better. I don't know. It's a work in progress, and my thanks to all the viewers for contributing to this work in progress. You make the show what it is. But Aaron, thanks very much for your comments. I really, really do appreciate it, and I hope the lighting and the 1080 quality is just fine this week for you as well. Thanks again. Let's see here. We've got this from Philip Baker. Great 3MB this morning. I too enjoy your content. I enjoy watching you because you seem to enjoy doing what you do. Yeah, I really do. I love putting the show together. I love shooting the video. I love doing the traditional wet shave. I love editing the videos. And I love corresponding with all the viewers out there. They have been absolutely wonderful. All this information that you hear and you see on this program is because of all the contributions of all the great viewers out there and fellow wet shavers. Again, I can't say it enough. They make the show what it is, and it's because of them that we have all this great content to share with you. So my thanks to everyone out there for contributing to the show. Thank you very, very much. And Philip, thanks very much for that comment. Andrew Hill, 1965, writes, great show as always. Your coffee sounded delicious. My coffee today was another Sleepy Bear Coffee Company coffee, Detroit Vanilla Bourbon Coffee. Delicious. The show is amazing as always. Have a great week. That coffee sounds delicious. It sounds amazing. Once more, Sleepy Bear Coffee Company coffee. And this particular one was Detroit Vanilla Bourbon Coffee. Man, that sounds great. Wow. Andrew, thanks very much for sharing that. This comes from Bill Murphy. Great show as usual, Mark. Thanks for highlighting the Ollie-Works razor review I sent you. Oh, my pleasure. That was a great review. A great look at the Ollie-Works aluminum razor. It's a gorgeous, gorgeous razor. Bill, thank you very much for sharing with all the viewers. I have been using the razor for about a week now and found that the Personna Comfort Blades give me the best shave. When using a larger alum block, such as the Parker alum block, I use Jeffin 4-piece soap lifting pads for the block for drying. Thanks very much for that, Bill, because we were talking about using a stainless steel scouring pad. James Sefton suggested that to kind of let the alum block rest on and dry out. This is another good one. You can use the Jeffin 4 pieces soap lifting pads. That sounds absolutely fantastic. We will try to get a link. Well, he writes here, they work great. They are available from Amazon. A pack of 4 is $6. Have a wonderful week. Well, we'll look for that and we'll link it below. Bill, thank you very, very much for that. This comes from Daniel Blackshear. Hey, Dan, we haven't heard from you in a while. Thanks for checking in. Great 3MB, Mark. And I must say, although I have never tried the sandalwood Proraso in the can, I do use it in the tube. I have over 50 soaps from probably 15 different artisans, and the Proraso in the tube always gives an incredible irritation-free shave. If I could only use one soap the rest of my life, that would be it, because the Proraso Red is as good or better than all the others I own. Wow, there's a great endorsement for Proraso Red. And this comment arrives to the show because of the discussion we had regarding Proraso in a shaving cream can. And that was really interesting. I never knew that they made their particular product for a shaving cream can. And that's why Dan shared that with all of us. Proraso Red. Yeah, Proraso is great, great shaving soap. And the shaving soap comes in at a great price point, as does the shaving cream. I think $10 for the shave soap and $10 for a metal tube of shaving cream. Really, really good stuff. Dan, Thanks very, very much for that. Jason NYC 2006 writes, Mark, another great 3MB as usual. That leader set looks cool. I also think about what do wet shavers globally use that's local in their areas. Yeah, that is a really great point. The leader set was really, really wonderful, and that came courtesy of viewer Lee Meyer. Lee, thanks again very, very much. Because it's a Polish brand, and Lee has family ties to Poland, and he'll go back to Poland and visit family. As a matter of fact, he sent us the Schlues razor right here, all the way from Poland. Lee, thank you again very, very much. Here's the box. I think I pronounced it right. Schlues, right there. There it is. Schlues. Is that how it's pronounced? I think that's how it's pronounced. That's how I'm pronouncing it. Schlues. It's a wonderful razor. I love that handle. Love that handle all the way from Poland. Thank you again very, very much, Lee. And Lee also sent the Leader shaving kit. And it's wonderful. I really, really enjoy that particular shave soap and splash. It is fantastic. It really is very, very good. Well, it's actually the shave cream and splash. And we also have some shaving cream in a can. All three worked wonderfully, wonderfully well. So thanks again. A big, big thank you to Lee Meyer for that. And Jason, you're absolutely correct. It really is interesting to see what folks around the world use as their local brands. And again, Leader is to Poland, what Tabak is to Germany, what Proraso is to Italy. So that was really refreshing to try Leader and talk about it. It's a great scent. And the splash, before I forget, the splash has that universal kind of quality. So it'll pair up with just about any kind of barbershop scented shave soap that you have in your shave den. If you're looking for a good aftershave for a particular shave soap that may not have an aftershave splash, the Leader will work very, very well. So again, a big thank you to Lee Meyer and Jason. Thanks very much for that comment. Really do appreciate it. And that wraps up this week's refill segment. My thanks to everyone that contributed. Really do appreciate it. We'll do it again next week. Okay, let's check out some new wet shaving gear. Well, Grace Chen and the folks at Yaqi very kindly and generously sent along to the channel a brand new Yaqi razor. I believe it launched this past January 15th, 2026. Now, before we show it to you, we want to remind you that we have reviewed and talked about the Yaqi Ghost aluminum razor. Boy, this is a terrific, terrific razor. We like this one a lot. 0.70 millimeter blade gap, delivers a really, really smooth, efficient shave. Really, really terrific. And they also have the Yaqi Ghost titanium version right here. Again, 0.70 millimeter blade gap. Again, another great performing razor. Really, really terrific. Well, they have launched just recently the Yaqi Ghost in 316 stainless steel. Wow, isn't that gorgeous? Isn't that absolutely beautiful? It has a matte finish, but it also has these wonderful carvings in the cap and along the handle that really just kind of accentuate kind of a I would say a vintage look to it. It's got these great ringlets with some gripping and knurling right over here, and also at the bottom, which I guess you could call the bottom knob. But again, wonderful, wonderful heft, a great shape to the handle that allows you to really get a nice grip. A little smaller inner diameter here in the middle of the handle here, and again, that great carving that's in there. And some knurling and carving towards the neck and also towards the back of the razor here, which you would call the bottom knob. And it just feels great in the hand. It has obviously more weight and heft than the titanium and aluminum razor. It looks great. And here's the thing. It's a 1.10 millimeter blade gap. And I had a couple of shaves with this already, and I've done a review, and I was really, really surprised at how smooth and comfortable the shave was. I don't know what they're doing with the actual design of the blade gap, if the blade exposure is neutral or How that works, I don't know, but my gosh, this was a really, really nice performing razor. I really enjoyed it. I used a Personna red razor blade, which is platinum chrome coated. That might have a little bit to do with the equation. I also did some really, really proper prep for the shave. I use the Yaqi shave soaps with that Master Soap Creations exclusive soap base. And I also use the Billy Jealousy pre-shave. Well, it's a Billy Jealousy shave cream. I use that as a pre-shave. That was really helpful as well. So I made sure to do the proper prep, use the Cube 2.0 for a pre-shave wash, all that. And boy, this just delivered a really, really nice shave. Again, just a great looking razor, has a vintage vibe to it, great heft. Really smooth and comfortable. I was really, really surprised because when I read that it was a 1.10 millimeter blade gap, I thought, boy, this is going to be aggressive. No, not so. Impressed me very much like the Bohemia razor from Yaqi, where it has that dual plate that you can flip over and adjust it, go from a 0.95 millimeter blade gap to, I think it's a 1.35 millimeter blade gap. And I thought that was going to be very aggressive, and that's wonderful, especially the 0.95 millimeter blade gap. I really enjoyed the shave with that side of the plate, the base plate. But this is in the same ballpark. It just delivers a nice, smooth, very, very efficient shave. I mean, a long-lasting shave after 2 passes. So really, really enjoyed the shave with this one. So that's brand new from Yaqi. The Yaqi Ghost 316 stainless steel razor. A big thank you again to Grace Chen and everyone at Yaqi for very kindly and generously sending this one along to the channel. We've done a review of it. I'm editing it. I'll get it posted as soon as possible. And we'll also have links to this particular razor below where you can check it out on AliExpress. Big thank you again to Grace and everyone at Yaqi. The Yaqi Ghost 316 stainless steel razor. Give it a look. Well, Phoenix Shaving also launched a new razor, the Cygnus. Here's what it is. The Cygnus razor is presented as a modern reinterpretation of classic German designs like the Merkur 1904 and Merkur 71, blending vintage aesthetics with contemporary engineering. Nearly 3 years in development, it features a longer, weightier, raw copper handle with an Invisiglip texture, extended cap coverage, and heat-retaining properties. The top cap and handle are made from unplated copper that naturally patinas, while the base plate is crafted from FDA-approved acetyl copolymer, an engineering plastic chosen for its durability, stability, low friction, and resistance to moisture and wear. Paired with the copper, the chocolate-colored plate adds both performance and visual appeal. The razor pays homage to historical designs while pushing them forward with modern materials and thoughtful tweaks. Its name, Cygnus, nods to sci-fi influences, vintage razor naming traditions, and even a bit of rock and roll flair. Fully machined in small batches in the USA, the Cygnus is positioned as a precision tool that honors the past, excels in the present, and is built to last into the future. Yeah, an absolutely beautiful, beautiful razor made in the USA. Now, the price tag is $265, and Doug and Fran admit it might not be for everyone. However, it just might be for you and your shaving den. Give it a look. Well, we received this review of the Blackland Vector SE razor from viewer David Dart. David, thank you very, very much. And David writes, Mark, good morning. Another wonderful 3MB today as always. Last week, I received from Top of the Chain a new razor, the Blackland Vector SE stainless steel. It is my first SE razor, and I couldn't be happier with it. The fit and finish are second to none, and personally, I think it looks amazing. Well, last Saturday I had my first shave with the Vector using a Feather Professional blade. To be honest, I believe this was my best shave ever. It was smooth, very efficient, and gave me a glass-like finish. And being a wider head and blade, you can make fewer passes, which equates to less irritation for people with sensitive skin. I could easily part with all my other razors and use my Vector for the rest of my days and be completely happy doing so. For the shave, I used Sterling Sharp Dressed Man and my Sterling 24mm Badger brush. It all made for a very enjoyable shave. Have a wonderful day, David. David, thank you very, very much for that great review of the Blackland Vector SE stainless steel razor. That sounds wonderful. And the thing I wanted to note to viewers out there is what you wrote here. And being a wider head and blade, you can make fewer passes, which equates to less irritation for people with sensitive skin. That makes a lot of sense. So check it out, folks. The Blackland Vector SE razor. David follows up regarding that particular comment, and he says, absolutely right, Mark. It didn't feel aggressive at all, and it gave me a fantastic shave. The feather DE blades feel more aggressive than these ones. Those are the feather blades that he was using in his Blackland Vector SE. Yeah, I've had the similar experience with the one blade razors. They use a proprietary feather blade, and they feel a lot smoother and better than the feather DE blades, especially obviously in the one blade razor. So David, again, thank you so much for a great review of the Blackland Vector SE stainless steel razor. Folks, give it a look. Well, a while ago, viewer Aaron Watson very kindly and generously sent to the channel the Leaf razor. This is a 3-bladed razor. As a matter of fact, it has 3 trays that you can open up and get a couple of DE razor blades and snap them in half, and then use them as SE blades in these trays here. You can open them up and load them into these various trays here, okay, like that, okay. And we've done some head shaves with this razor, and viewers have been telling us that head shaves are sometimes better when you use only 2 blades rather than all 3. So we've done head shaves with all 3 blades. We've done head shaves with 2 blades in the upper trays. We've done head shaves with 2 blades in the lower trays. And I think I even did a single blade head shave with this. But I've used it for head shaves, not for face shaves. And Aaron Watson very, very kindly sent it along, saying that, you know, it's a nice razor, but it really wasn't for him. So thank you again, Aaron, for very, very kindly sending this along to the channel, allowing me to share with all the viewers. Going to do some more head shaves with it down the road, that's for sure. But we received this update regarding the Leaf razor from viewer Jeff Palmer, and the subject heading reads, "Bye-bye Leaf razor." And he says, Mark, surprised I didn't see this on the 3MB. Leaf is lowering the price of the original 3-bladed model down to $79 to make room for the new model they are getting ready to release. Great price if anyone has been holding out on grabbing the original. Have to say, though, you need a twig or thorn to go with for face shaves. The original doesn't get under the nose very well. Would probably be awesome for head shavers, and I could see girls liking it as well. Really has an almost cartridge feel to it. Anyway, just want to let you know, also great 3MB this morning. Thanks again for all you do, Jeff Palmer. Jeff, thank you very, very much for that. There you go, folks. Yeah, Leaf is going to be discontinuing this. They've lowered the price to $79. If you've always wanted to try the Leaf 3-bladed original razor, now's your time to grab one before they disappear. They're going to be introducing a new model, so this will be kind of a part of razor history, so to speak. So check it out. We'll get a link to the Leaf website where you can read all about it. Jeff, thanks again for the update. Really do appreciate it. And a big thank you again to Aaron Watson for very kindly and generously sending along the original Leaf razor to the channel. Aaron, thanks again. Gentlemen, thank you both very, very much. We received this heads up regarding Gem DE razor blades from viewer Al Spencer, and Al writes, Mark, Personna Gem DE blades are on eBay. 100 at $19.50 with free delivery. He continues here. Interesting to see what looks like a 56 Chevy on the label of the Polish Bond shave products. I never thought the Tri-5's reputation would get to Poland. Awesome. Stay sharp. Al, thanks very, very much. And Al is referring to a previous Monday Morning Mailbag where we talked about Leader and a brand called Bond, also out of Poland. That was shared with us by viewer Scott Martin. Scott, thank you again. Check out the previous Monday Morning Mailbag, and you'll see the label with the 57 Chevrolet, and you'll hear Scott talk about the product, and it's very, very good, as is Leader. So thanks very much for that, Scott. And Al, thanks very much for pointing out the 57 Chevrolet on the label of the Bond shaving products out of Poland. But also, especially, thanks for pointing out Personna Gem DE blades on eBay. Al sent along the link. We'll have the link below if you want to try these blades out. Seems like a pretty good price point. Free delivery, and you get 100 at $19.50, again, with free delivery. And if you've used them, let us know. Comment below how you like them, that sort of thing. And feel free to send in your own review on Gem DE blades, Personna Gem DE blades. Al, thanks again for the heads up. Really do appreciate it. Viewer Rodney Ripplinger sent this along regarding a new razor out of Sweden, the new Swedish razor called the Nord. And Rodney writes, Mark, a new razor, it looks interesting to me, not yet released, Nord razor. And you can find it at nordrazors.com. And for anyone listening to the audio podcast, that's spelled NORDRAZORS.com. And as they write on their product page, what began as a personal exploration into the mechanics of safety razors soon turned into a design-led journey, rooted in curiosity, refined by engineering, and shaped by the Nordic way of life. Over a year of research with wet shaving communities and reimagining what a safety razor could be resulted in an instrument created not from trend but from intention. Freyja, that's the name of the razor. It's spelled capital Freyja. I think I'm pronouncing that correctly. If I'm not, please forgive me. At the heart of Nord razors lies a belief. Routine deserves presence, and simplicity can be powerful. This razor is more than a product. It's a quiet companion to your daily ritual. Designed in Sweden, engineered for precision. Now, Rodney also passed along a review from Lathered Yeti, and we will link to his review on his YouTube channel so you can get a look at the Nord Freyja razor in action. Rodney, thanks again for this heads up on Nord Razor's new razor, Freyja. Check out the review, folks. Rodney, thanks again very, very much. Well, we received this heads up email from viewer Dave Wilson. Dave, thank you very, very much. And Dave writes, Hi, Mark. Just listening to this week's Second Cup and realized you might like to see the email below from Will at Barrister and Mann. Best always, Dave Wilson. Dave, thank you very, very much for sending this along the channel. Really, really do appreciate it. Okay, folks, here's the announcement from Will at Barrister and Mann. Hi, everyone. Got a bunch of stuff going on and a few restocks, so we'll take these one at a time. Here's the main announcement. First and foremost, you've probably noticed that we are out of stock on most of our shaving soaps and aftershave balms, plus a number of bar soaps too. It's pretty desolate out there at the moment, but there's a light at the end of the tunnel. We have, after a year of planning, begun packing up the production lab for shipment to its new location. We've crated and packed most of the equipment and begun prepping the remainder of our materials for travel. I suppose this is as good a time as any to announce that Sterling Soap will be taking over production of all Barrister and Mann products once we come back online in a few weeks. Rod and Mandy, the nice folks who run Sterling, are pillars of the community and renowned for their commitment to quality. If you have never tried a Sterling product, you should. To be absolutely clear, they will be using our formulas and methods to make our products, and there will be absolutely no change in performance or presentation once it has resumed production under their care. We expect production to resume in a few weeks. I have to pay them a visit to teach them how to make our stuff, and we'll begin restocking everything on our site as soon as we possibly can. I'm really looking forward to visiting Arkansas and really excited to hand over my formulas to such a capable team. So there you go. Stay tuned. Barrister and Mann will be restocked under the care of Sterling Soap with the guidance of Will of Barrister and Mann. Dave, thanks very much for sending this along. Folks, if we have any other updates, we'll be sure to let you know here on the Monday Morning Mailbag and also Second Cup. Dave, thanks again. Really do appreciate it. Well, we've been talking about new razors on this morning's Monday Morning Mailbag, and Keith Osmond sent along a heads up on a brand new razor from the folks at Parker. Keith, thank you very, very much. He writes, hi Mark, a little something for the new product segment of the Monday Morning Mailbag. Parker has apparently released a new CNC aluminum razor, the AeroShave. Here's a link, and we'll have the link below to the product page where you can check it out. I found out about it by happening across a review on the Inspector's Den. Only review I've seen to date. I'll share the link to that as well. Yeah, we'll have that link below to that YouTuber's channel where you can see the AeroShave in action. Keith, thank you very, very much for that. I haven't bought a razor in a few months, but this one is calling me. I haven't pulled the trigger yet, but regards, Keith Osmond. Keith, let us know if you acquire this razor and feel free to submit a review. Here's what it says on their product page. Parker AeroShave Aluminum Safety Razor S. The Parker AeroShave was designed to be one of the easiest double-edged safety razors to shave with. Its mild blade angle and exposure delivers a smooth, comfortable shave, while the ultra-lightweight aluminum design offers exceptional control and precision. And it's got a great futuristic space-age look to it. I love that handle. Check it out, folks, from Parker, the new AeroShave. Keith, thanks very much for saying this along. Really do appreciate it. And again, folks, we'll have those links below that discuss the Parker AeroShave. Keith, thanks again very, very much. And that wraps up this week's look at new wet shaving gear. My thanks to everyone who contributed. Really do appreciate it. We'll do it again next week. Okay, let's check out some of these questions and comments. We received this update from viewer James Sefton. This is regarding the stainless steel scouring pad that he's using to hold his alum block. Check out last week's Monday Morning Mailbag where we discussed that. And he writes, hey Mark, it's been 5 days since I started setting my alum block onto the stainless steel scouring pad, and it is doing great. No discoloration on the block or the pad. Just wanted to let you know. James. Hey, James, thanks very much for the update. There you go, folks. Another option if you want to set your alum block on some sort of stand or pad in your shave den. Looks like a stainless steel scouring pad will do the trick. James, thanks again for the update. Really do appreciate it. And check out the previous Monday Morning Mailbag where we went into detail talking about this particular subject. Again, James, thanks very, very much. Viewer Aaron Watson sent along this follow-up regarding American razor blades. We've been talking about this particular razor blade on the Monday Morning Mailbag. Abene Samant sent along some samples and also shared his experience with these particular razor blades. They're very inexpensive. You can get about 100 of them for like $5 or $6. I just ordered 100 of them from the razor company, $5.99. They'll be arriving soon, and when they do arrive, I'll share those with you. review, and I've also done reviews using the American razor blade. Now, you might see something going on here with my skin. That's not from the American razor blade. That's just from the cold weather, I think. I think that's cold weather. That's not from a shave because it's up here where I don't shave, obviously. And I'm going to have to get a moisturizer or something on there to kind of take care of that skin. If you have any suggestions, please comment below and let me know. But Aaron Watson sent along this follow-up regarding American razor blades. And he writes, good morning, Mark. Just wanted to follow up with some additional information about the American razor blades. I tried them in several razors: Timeless 6S, 4 and 6 plate, Gillette Fat Boy, Ollie-Works, and Yates Merica razor. I wanted to give the blades the best chance I could. I am not saying they are bad, but my experience was not a positive one. As we always say, your mileage may vary. Thanks, Aaron Watson. Aaron, thank you very, very much for this follow-up. This will allow viewers out there to make an informed decision as to whether or not the blade is for them or not. As Abene Samant mentions, the blade is inexpensive, and for him, it's a one-and-done kind of blade. Now, in my review, I think I may have gone in with a little bit of a bias towards maybe doubting them a little bit. And I think they won me over. But again, as you noted, it's not a bad blade, but it might not work for everyone. Your mileage may vary. And you gave it a really, really good chance, and I appreciate your candor and your honesty on this. Some blades work for some wet shavers. Other blades may not work for other wet shavers. As we say, your mileage may vary. However, as Abene Samant pointed out, at $5 or $6 for 100, what do you got to lose? It might be worth a try. And as I am finding out, I think this is a blade that works best in mild razors, just like the Zaza blades I reviewed recently on the channel. And a lot of folks did not like that blade at all. So, like you say, your mileage may vary. Now, I am a fair-skinned individual, so maybe the American razor blade is a little more forgiving for me. But again, this was not caused by the American razor blade. That was caused by the very, very cold temperatures that we have outside. And I was out earlier before shooting this video to do some shoveling and that sort of thing. And that's what happens. And it's the cold weather and the snow and the blowing wind and that sort of thing. So again, if you got any suggestions how to take care of this, comment below and let me know. I got a lot of stuff in the shave den that I can pull out. What do you recommend? And Aaron, thanks again for your insight and your follow-up on American razor blades. Really, really do appreciate it. Well, earlier in the show, Dan Blackshear shared with us how much he loves Proraso Red, shave soap, shave cream, that sort of thing. Well, Philip Baker on his YouTube channel, he has a shave review using Proraso Red and some other new items. Give it a look. We'll link it below. Philip, thanks very much for passing this along. Really do appreciate it. Well, this is really, really neat. The email subject heading reads, Article of Interest, and it comes from viewer Stanley Piaskowski. And he says, the oldest running real barbershop in my neck of the woods, Mark. Just wanted to share. We'll also get a link to the Facebook posting where this appeared. We're going to share it with you on screen here. And as they write here, Shenandoah, Pennsylvania, 132 North Main Street, Catazone's father and son barbershop in old Capitol movie theater building. Nice gentlemen, good affordable haircuts, lots of vintage nostalgia decorating everywhere. Take your grandson, have him experience a barbershop haircut. How about that? That looks wonderful. So if you're ever in that neck of the woods, Shenandoah, PA, 132 North Main Street, check out Catazone's father and son barbershop. Stanley, thanks very much for passing this along and allowing me to share it with all the viewers. Really do appreciate it. And that wraps up another Monday Morning Mailbag. Thanks so much for tuning in again. I really do appreciate it. Please share, please subscribe, please like. Hit Hit that bell so it'll give you a yell the next time I upload a video. Comment below. Let me know. Check out my Amazon product page at amazon.com/shop/Mark Zarady, where you'll find all the Amazon listed products that I review on this channel, organized and categorized so you can find everything in a snap very easily. I'll leave you with this laugh. Hey, we have another double take cartoon puzzle this week, trying to find the differences between the two cartoon panels. If you need more time, just pause the video, or try to find all the differences before time runs out. Thanks very much for tuning in again. I really do appreciate it. Make it a great week.